What up, what up, what up, New Gaming Order? This is Alexlexus, aka the Juggernaut Mitch, hitting you with the head crush. Cancel into a head crush, baby. I got geeking out here. Make sure you check out our last production, joint venture, discussing Ed's trailer reveal and somewhat anticipation, some things we noticed. So check that out on Geeking Out and New Gaming Order joint venture. Right, but the purpose of this video is for Alexlexus to get caught up on almost a month worth of news, and Shinwar is actually going to help me out with this. So let me get this up and running. Alright, so I'm leaving the Ed thing in there, but it's all good. So Shinwar, what in the world did I miss? I see a lot of news popping up. MVCI is official. This is real. One thing I want to point out is what's going on here. Ultron and Sigma. Apparently, T-Risk called it, talking about there was going to be some either hybrid fusion boss, or I think it was clever. But what are your thoughts on the Ultron Sigma boss for this game?
It's a classic fusion of your villains to unite the heroes of both universes. I'm cool with it. Ultron is definitely an enemy that is worthy of it. I'm not all too familiar with Sigma, but I know he's pretty deadly and powerful. So it's cool to see them fuse. I don't think we'll be able to play as that fuse character. I think that's just exclusively as for the computer.
Yeah.
But I know we'll be able to play as Ultron by himself and Sigma by himself. But he looks cool.
Yeah, that was clever though, because wow. But here's my thing with the story: how did Ultron Sigma get these gems? You know what I mean? Because as you're looking at the trailer, and I have it paused, you have one of the infinity gems in his chest and one in his forehead, and it looks like in the back there's or in the middle you see more spots to put more infinity gems in there. What are your thoughts on that?
It's funny, I didn't really notice that.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the story will tell us that, and Capcom, and I think even Marvel has went on record and saying it will not be like Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 in regards to the story. It's going to be definitely in depth. So I think that's cool. Hopefully it'll be like Injustice or MK style.
Yeah.
Story. Yeah. Well, I think looking at this trailer is going to be like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. Obviously, the Infinity Stones play a major role in this.
Now, from what I've been trying to get caught up with, I see that this is Asgard, and this Ultron Sigma has done some damage. Look like he has a lot of minions taking over a lot of Thor's brethren, and look like they're kind of fused or infected. Now, I'm thinking if there's an infection, for Shinwar's not familiar with Sigma, but I am, and Mega Man X and Zero had a lot of problems with this guy. They killed him. His spirit was still around as a robot, infecting folks, and then there was a Zero virus as a result. There was a whole lot, and people don't know Zero got killed twice. You know what I mean? And Zero actually had Sigma defeated in their first encounter. But was it in that anime cutscene in Mega Man X4, Zero started to short circuit because Wily made him in Mega Man X's image or in design. So he started short circuiting. Sigma would have been gone, But with that being said, I hope Zero shows up in this game. But with the fact that you have Ultron and Sigma as the fused bosses, that essentially makes Mega Man and Iron Man the main characters of their respective franchises. What do you think about that, Shinwar?
Yeah, I mean, from the very first trailer that debuted last year, obviously Mega Man was standing out. I mean, it was him and Ryu, and then there was Captain Marvel and Iron Man. Obviously, Tony Stark and Iron Man has been real big in regards to the movie. So, you know, Marvel definitely wants to put those characters that are displayed in the movie, you know, they want to promote them in these video games. So, yeah.
Okay. Now, with this, I'm just admiring the whole look of the game and the setup, and just, I mean, if the game looks like this, like, well, the cutscenes, that's going to be phenomenal. But there have been some complaints that the game does look like a mobile game, you know, and all things considered, it's still early, but it's going to be out, what, September 9th?
September 19th.
19th, all right? So, I have to say that I can't wait for this. You know, it looks pretty cool, and you know, I don't have the footage to show you, but Shinwar knows that I complained a lot about Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and I was a late bloomer with it until like only recently, when I picked it up for Steam, and all the OTGs and unanswered, you know, 40, 50, 60, almost in some cases 100 something hit combos that you couldn't respond to. Now in this game, from what I saw, there's a way where, yeah, you can start blowing up one of the characters, but you can tag your partner in at any time. So the person or the perpetrator hitting or trying to destroy a character on screen, there's either, do I keep hitting him or worry about the other character that just came in, Texas Tornado style. And that was the answer to what I've been saying all along. There needs to be a mechanic to protect you. Either give you a meteor crash like Tatsunoko vs. Capcom, or a burst like Guilty Gear. But instead of doing that, they just say, hey, tag in your partner. Oh, I'm getting blown up. WWE style. I'm about to get pinned. Then Rusev comes and say Sheamus type stuff. You know? I think that's pretty cool. What are your thoughts on that, Shinwari?
Yeah, I think that was a real good idea with the tag button. And what's cool is it doesn't cost meter or anything. There is a cooldown from when you tag, you know, in and out, and there's a restriction symbol over the character's portrait in the upper left or upper right hand corner. Yeah. So I think that was really cool. Like, that's gonna create crazy stuff on the screen. And I mean, if you think like having an assist is crazy, just imagine like you're starting a combo and then that character doesn't want to get his character eliminated, so then he switches, and you know in the back of your mind like he's gonna do that, and then you bring your other character. Like, that's gonna be bananas.
Yeah, I think they picked up the pace by doing it that way. You know what I mean? Even though they went back to the original format of 2v2, it's still gonna maintain that hectic nature that the 3v3 did, but the Marvel vs. Capcom 3, it wasn't as fast as some of the trailers that we're seeing here, you know. So I think that is going to be something interesting. But you were going to say something, Shamar?
Yeah, it's pretty cool too, because when that second character comes in, he can do whatever he wants. You can do a regular attack, special attack. You can come in with a super move. So I think that's really cool. It's reminiscent kind of Street Fighter Cross Tekken. The way they run in, like in the older games, they would fly out from the, you know, other side of the screen or whatever. Yeah. With an attack, this one, like, they're running in, and obviously you can do it in the air as well. But they can come in and do whatever they want. So it's like a pseudo assist. It kind of makes me think of Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter. Remember, your assist character was your
character,
your second character.
Yeah. And you have to be careful, like, not to, you know, use it out too much. You know what I mean? Marvel vs. Capcom 1 kind of went to the whole, you got expendable assist, but you know, I think that was the only game in the Versus series that was like that.
Yeah, they had so many assist characters in that too.
That was their way of putting them in without putting them in, you know. Yeah. So, but all things to be considered, I'm seeing that in general, I'm excited for this one, and I'm gonna just you know, call some people out. Marvel vs. Capcom 3 made some of you average guys look like rock stars. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm like, come on now. You know, now they're going back to the old traditional way of doing it. I'm sure that they're gonna have a control scheme that's gonna make it accessible to casual players. But
well, speaking of that, real quick, I'll just interject with the, like you said, the button scheme. It's 4 attack buttons, reminiscent of MVC 2, and there's a
gem button and
the switch button and gem button, and then there's the auto combo, which you'll probably cover a little later, but Yeah, that's the 6-button scheme.
Okay. Now, I was a little disappointed with this. I mean, it's better than the light, medium, hard attack setup, but I think that it's better overall. I mean, you know, it's a new game. We have to try something new. But if they had the 6-button setup,
Yeah.
what they should have done was light, medium, hard punch, light, medium, hard kick. Then you can have what was that? The gem button mapped to the medium buttons, okay, and then the tag you could have had it set up to the heavy buttons, just like the old games. There was no reason why this game couldn't have been 6 buttons.
Yeah.
You know, but your thoughts on that, Shinwar?
No, I agree with you 100%. Like, I think even when that first trailer dropped, when we were all on doing the analysis, you know, we were talking about our wish list, like, you know, wanting it to go back to its roots in being a 6-button configuration. But yeah, you're right. They could have just regular, you know, three punches, 3 kicks, and then just mapped, you know, the different functions. Like you said, medium punch, medium kick could have been the infinity gem and so on. So yeah, they should have did it that way.
Yeah. And I see some traits from in the gameplay. There was a combo with Captain America that looks like, you know, when you did the light, medium, hard, you knock him up, shield slash, and then the shield slash comes back, and then you can go into the charging star. You know what I mean? Like that one combo.
Yeah, that's still from MVC3.
Yeah. And I think it's pretty cool. It looks good. It looks good. But, you know, the one thing I do miss is a whole dark comic book ink look that Marvel vs. Capcom 3 had, because if they did like a move, you see like the page tearing and page flips and stuff.
But you know, to me, that game was too dark visually.
Yeah, I think that they tried to. You know what? While I was on duty, I was playing that on my laptop, and somebody who's not into gaming actually said it looked like a moving comic book. So
yeah,
Capcom did achieve that, which was pretty cool. But I see Chun-Li here. Oh wow, you can cancel out of everything, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, because she was doing her lightning legs, and then Hulk came in and started doing his thing. All right. So right now I'm looking at Thor and Strider. Oh wow, they gave Strider that move from the Strider PlayStation game, where it was like the Omni Slash in the sphere, which is pretty cool. Okay, now, I mean, it's looking good. I just hope that the
everybody has OTGs without the assist, obviously, so that's good.
Now, my concern for OTGs is, like, you know, but then again, we already covered it. Like, okay, go for the OTG. Keep blowing up a character. It's you have to make a choice if you're gonna beat up the character or deal with the other person.
Yeah.
You know? But tagging, interesting. Like, you can interrupt anything. So does that mean that you can they're foregoing super cancels?
No, you can super cancel. They showed it. Who was it? It was Hawkeye. It was Hawkeye and someone else.
Yeah, well, Hawkeye and Chris. Because that looks like the team right now, like Hawkeye and Chris Redfield. And then they went with the Hawkeye look that from the movies.
Yeah, from the movies.
All right, so Hawkeye versus Green Arrow, who wins?
That's funny. In the comics, they had Green Arrow win. I don't agree with that.
Okay, but I see that OTG combo with Hawkeye. Let's see. His design looks cool. I like it.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure, like, alternate outfits and everything, they'll have his classic costume in there.
Alright. Now, some of those combos look like they're gonna hurt. Like, especially with the power gem. Oh, he doesn't have Ant-Man in his moves anymore?
Nope.
Alright. Yeah, his new super looks better, so... Now, Ultron is playable for now, but Sigma will be...
Sigma's DLC, day 1 DLC.
Alright. Now, how large do you think the roster is going to be?
Oh, it's going to be... I know there was a leak that came out. It's going to be pretty good. First season, I believe, is... For DLC characters, I believe it's 6 So even if we get a roster size of 24, that gives us 30 off the bat.
Okay, that sounds good.
So,
and Ultron looks fantastic.
Yeah, Ultron, dude. He has a mini assist.
Yeah, like one of the robots.
Yeah, he's all like wave dashing, air dashing, triangle jumping. Looks sick.
All right. Now, talking about the gems, like touching on the conversation you and I had, Shinwar, like the what was that? The space gem puts you in a box.
Yeah.
You know, that looks like is gonna, and they call it the Infinity Storm when you power up your gem or the X factor of it. Now, with that, is that a one-time use, or is that gonna be like a meter base?
It's meter base.
So if you build up your meter, you can keep putting somebody in the box.
Yeah, if you look next to their super bar, there's like a circle next to it. That's the gem meter. So you can build it up halfway, like the revenge meter, or you can build it up all the way.
Yeah, and I have to say that move for Ultron is pretty sick. Pretty sick. So September 19th, the game will be out on Steam, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4, which is good. Everybody gets to play it. You know, I don't think Disney was playing that. You know, so with that being said, any wishes for characters that you want to see in the game, Shinra?
Ken. I want to see Ken come back. I want to see more Darkstalker characters. Give me John Talbay.
Or give us Donovan.
Yeah.
Or Dimitri. Shoot.
Give me some rival school characters. Give me characters. You know, this is Marvel versus Capcom, not Marvel versus Street Fighter. So, you know, I definitely, you know, more Street Fighter characters. And I want Street Fighter characters that may have not been in a Versus series.
Like Sagat? That would be pretty cool.
Heck, I want to see Balrog in there.
He don't need to be in there.
Anyway.
He don't need to be in there. But
yeah.
I think that Black Panther has to be in this game.
Oh yeah, you know he was on the leak list, and so far the leak list has been right so far.
Yeah, so I think Ant-Man is gonna be in it. Obviously Spider-Man. Trying to think who else, because I'm thinking a lot of just the Marvel Cinematic Universe, some Guardians of the Galaxy characters.
Yeah, they showed the Rocket Raccoon 18-second trailer.
Okay, and what, that Baby Groot was on him? Or
he was on Groot.
Oh, he was on Groot. Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah, he was saying.
But I think Star-Lord will be in there. Or Drax should make an appearance. Like, again, they can use this as a good marketing tool. I'm fascinated to see that Strider made the list as, like, you know, a launch character. You know, all the problems that they had getting him into Ultimate Marvel, like, it looked like Capcom got the rights back. But I want to see Captain Commando make a return. I think that that
would be good.
Yeah, for the style of story, having him fight against Ultron with the other Commandos, Baby Commando versus an Ultron robot would be freaking sick. You know, but not to have this drag on too long. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Check us out on Newgamingorder.com for the latest and greatest. Be sure to tune in to Geeking Out. Shinwar, if you want to do your plug, you have a few minutes to do so.
Yeah, you can catch me geeking out on Instagram.
Catch you outside. What
the heck? Catch me on Instagram at geekingout_official. On YouTube at ShinIsWar. And on Facebook at geekingout1337, where we cover the latest in comics, games, toys, and tech.
Alright, cool. Alright, New Gaming Order, we are signing off. Stay tuned. I will have some streaming going on in a few minutes. So, again, thanks to Shinwar, new CEO of Geeking Out. We're always going to do, like, some fusion projects together. But we're going to make sure we all bring you some of the best content we can provide. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.